Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how to complete the Google Docs assignment on Canvas. To begin this assignment, you first need to go to your Canvas and open up the Google Docs assignment here. When you get to the assignment page, you'll see the instructions at the top and you'll see an embedded PDF in the middle, and below that you should see the button to load the assignment in a new window. We're going to start by reading the instructions. Open the attached assignment document at the bottom and follow the instructions below to correctly format the recipe. When you are finished, submit your work. So I'm going to start by opening up my assignment here in a brand new window. When I do this, you should see the recipe load on your screen here. Now, in order to be able to work on this fully, you're going to want to open this up outside of this Canvas window. So to do that, you want to click on the blue Google Docs recipe assignment title in the top left corner and open it up fully in Google Docs. Now that I have it opened up inside of Google Docs, I'm ready to go ahead and begin working. To start, I'm going to go to my assignment on Canvas and I'm going to use the instructions that are embedded there on the page, starting with step 1 and following them step by step. If for whatever reason this is not loading all 22 steps, because there are a total of 4 pages and 22 steps, go ahead and click on this link above and it should open up the instructions for you in a Google Doc. We're going to begin with step number 1. So step 1 says to open the assignment document by clicking on the button. We already did that. It's right here. And then we went a step further and we actually clicked on the title and opened it up in Google Docs. So that is done. Going back to my directions and looking at step number 2. It says place your cursor on the page and select the entire document by using the keyboard shortcut Select All. So the keyboard shortcut for Select All is Control A. So I'm going to go to my recipe and I'm going to press on my keyboard Control A to select all of my text. Back to my instructions. Step 3. After you've selected the entire document, clear the formatting by clicking the Clear Formatting button. So again, if you need help in the hints section, it does give you some helpful hints. Going to my recipe, I will need to clear the formatting of this current document. So to do that, I'm going to go to my toolbar and I'm going to find the Clear Formatting tool. It looks like a T with a line through it. I'm going to click on that and you should notice that your document does change immediately. The biggest change being that it goes from the right side of the page to the left. Going back to my instructions, step 4. At the top of your document, place your cursor, so click, above the word ingredients and type your first and last name. So going to my recipe, I'm going to take my mouse and I'm going to click above the word ingredients. You should know that you're in the right spot because you should see your cursor blinking. You're going to type your first and last name. Back to your instructions. And step number 5. Select your name, so click and drag your mouse and choose Right Align. So I'm going to go back to my recipe and I'm going to select my name by clicking and dragging my mouse over it. I want to right align it, so that means I want to move it to the right side of the page. So I'm going to go up to my toolbar and I'm going to find the alignment section. There are 4 alignment options, so if you take your mouse and hover over each one of them, it will tell you what type of alignment it is. I'm looking for the right align. So I'm going to select Right Align, and you should notice that your name moves to the right side of the page. Back to my instructions. Step 6. Place your cursor at the end of your name and click the Enter key to move to the next line. So I'm moving to my document. I'm going to click at the end of my name so you can see my cursor blinking there. And I want to move to the next line, so I'm going to do so by pressing Enter on my keyboard. Going back to my instructions, step 7. At the bottom of your document, select the words peanut butter brownies and use the keyboard shortcut to cut. So the keyboard shortcut to cut is Control X. So I'm going to my recipe, and at the bottom, I'm finding the word peanut butter brownies, and I'm going to select it, so clicking and dragging my mouse over it, and I'm going to cut it from my document by using the keyboard shortcut Control X. Going back to my instructions, step 8. Place your cursor, so click below your name, and paste the keyboard shortcut, and use the keyboard shortcut to paste the title at the top of the document. So the keyboard shortcut to paste is Control V. So going back to my recipe, scrolling to the top, and I'm clicking below my name. I'm going to paste the title I just cut by using the keyboard shortcut Control V. Now, your title might end up underneath of your name on the right side, or it may end up like mine on the left. Either is okay, as long as it is at the top but below the name. Back to the instructions. Step 9. Select the title Peanut Butter Brownies and choose Center Align. So I'm going back to my recipe and I'm going to select that title. And I'm going to center align it. So I'm coming back up here to the alignment section, and this time I'm going to choose center to move it to the middle. Back to my instructions. Select the entire document, Control A, and change the line spacing to 1.5. So I'm going to my recipe, and I'm going to select the entire document by pressing Control A on my keyboard. And I'm going to change the line spacing this time. So I'm going up to my toolbar and I'm going to find the line spacing tool. When I click it, I can currently see that my spacing is at 1.15 and it needs to go to 1.5. When you do this, you should notice that the space in between each line of text becomes a little bit larger. Going back to my instructions, step 11. Select the list of ingredients, but not the word ingredients, and create a bulleted list. So going to my recipe, I'm going to locate my list of ingredients here at the top, and I want to select just the ingredients, not the title ingredients. So I'm going to be careful to make sure that I only select those items, but not the title. Once I've selected them, I'm coming up here to my toolbar and locating the bulleted list tool. I'm going to click on it to put a bullet point next to each of those ingredients. Going back to my instructions, select the recipe directions, but not the word directions, and create a numbered list. This is step 12. So going back to my recipe, here are the directions. I'm going to select my directions, but again, I'm going to be careful not to select that title. And this time I'm going to create a numbered list. So I'm going to go up to my toolbar and find the numbered list tool. I'm going to click on it, and you should have 4 sets of, directions listed 1 through 4. Going back to my instructions, step 13. With the directions still selected, add a space after the list by choosing the Add Space After List item. So I'm going to my recipe, and I still have my directions selected here. If you've unselected them, go ahead and just select them one more time by clicking and dragging your mouse over it. And I'm going to come back up to my toolbar, and I'm going to go back to that line spacing tool. In the line spacing, I have 2 options for list items. I have an add space before and an add space after. I want to select the add space after list item. When you do this, you should notice that the space in between each listed item becomes a little bit greater than before. Going back to my instructions, step 14. Select the title Peanut Butter Brownies and bold. So I'm going back to my recipe and I'm going to scroll to the top. I'm going to select my title and I'm going to come up to my toolbar and choose the bold item. Going back to my instructions, with the title still selected, change the font size to 18-point font. This is step 15. So going back to my recipe, I have my title still selected. I'm going to come up here to the font size, and I'm going to change it to 18. Going back to my instructions, step 16, Select the text ingredients and directions and bold. So I'm going to do this in 2 parts. So going to my recipe, here's the title for ingredients and here's the title for directions. I'm going to select ingredients first and bold. And then I'm going to select directions and bold. Going back to my instructions, select the text, all the text on the page, and change the font style to Merriweather. So going to my recipe, I'm going to select everything on the page by pressing Control A, and I need to change the font style to Merriweather. So I'm going to come up here to the font style section where it says Arial, and I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to find the Merriweather option. The fonts are listed in alphabetical order, so scroll down until you start to see the M's. Back to my instructions. Step 18. In the toolbar, click on Tools, then Spelling and Grammar, and spell check your document. So going to my recipe, I'm going to Tools, then Spelling and Grammar, add the Spelling and Grammar check. When you do your spelling and grammar check, it is going to tell you anything that it recognizes that is spelled wrong or anything that is grammatically incorrect. So it picked up sugar, and I'm going to accept that change. Flour, preheat the oven. This is going to be a grammatical error. Together, blended, in a preheated. This is a grammatical error. Springs, and into. Once the document looks good, you can move on to the next step. So going back to my instructions. Step 19. Place your cursor at the end of the last sentence and click Enter 2 times. So going to my recipe, scrolling down to the very last sentence, and I'm going to click at the very end. I'm going to press Enter on my keyboard 2 times to move to the next line, but then also a second time to get rid of that numbered list. Back to my instructions. Step 20. Go to the toolbar and click on Insert, Image, Search the Web, search for brownies, and insert an image. So going to my recipe here, I'm going to the Insert tab on my toolbar. I'm going to select Image, and I'm going to search the web. I'm going to search for brownies. And when I search for brownies, I'm going to choose one of the options that's is listed there. Any one is fine. I'm going to insert the image. And depending on the size of your image, it may move it down to a second page. That's okay for right now. Go back to your instructions and step 21. After inserting the image, center line and resize the image so that it fits on one page. So I'm going to start by clicking on my document or on my image, and I'm going to center align it first. So I'm going to come up here to my alignment tool, and I'm going to choose to center it, so put it in the middle. And then I'm going to resize it from one of the corners, and I'm going to click and drag and make it smaller. And I'm going to make it small enough to where it will fit on that first page. There we go. Back to my instructions. Step 22. Once you are finished formatting your document, click the Submit button. So I went ahead at the beginning of this and I opened up my document in Google Docs from the Canvas window. To submit, I need to make sure that I go back to this Canvas window and I use the Submit button that's in the top right-hand corner. You're not going to see it on mine because I'm a teacher, but yours will be there. And you'll click Submit so that it'll submit your work on Canvas.